I'm definitely ready to take this bare, mature skin face with a bold glam look, even in the beginning of summer. So let's get started. So I have quite a few new products and new to me products to try. I'm going to be wearing this, the e.l.f. Halo Glow in Neutral Olive, which I'm super excited about. If you saw my no makeup video, I use this as my foundation and I want to give it a little more time and play with it some more. So we're going to try this today. And then I am going to use the new Morphe Going Platinum palette. So we're gonna open that up. I've got two new Maybelline products, the Fireworks mascara and this Express Brow in clear. I have a contour stick from Sephora I am excited to try. I have the new Maybelline Sun-Kissed blush. Super excited about that. I've been trying this a little bit, but I want to play with this some more. This is the e.l.f. Power Grip setting spray. I had the new Glow Reviver Jelly Pop lip gloss I'm excited to try. This is not new, but it's new to me, the Incognito Wet n Wild concealer. I'm going to be using the powder bronzer, the Sun Melt, in the color All Butted Up. And then I'm also going to try this color. I tried a different color in the no makeup one, but this one I'm excited about. I think will go really nicely with that Maybelline base. So let's get started with some new products. We're going to go ahead and go with my Holy Grail color corrector for my under eye. We'll just go ahead and get that put on, and then we'll start up with everything. So how was your weekend? Did you guys have a good weekend? Was it busy since we are now in June? Have you had any exciting travel plans? I'd love to hear about in the comments below. Nothing very new and exciting here. In a couple weeks, I will be traveling to California and excited about that. So get this pressed in. All right, so let's give this Wet n Wild Incognito Mega Last All Day Full Coverage Concealer. And this is in the color Light Honey. So let's get this packaging off. And let's go ahead and get this put on. Okay, so it's just a regular applicator. Okay, get me in focus, and then we'll put this back up here. You see just a flat. No, let's just get it put on. So I'm just gonna put a little bit up here. This is probably a little darker and oranger. Well, that'll be good. It'll be a good color corrector as well. But definitely probably not my right shade. So we'll let that set for a second. I am going to go dampen my sponge, which I forgot to do. Let's give this a try again. Gave that a little bit of time to soak, to set down a little bit. Because I have such dry, creepy under eyes, I'm trying to go a little bit lighter on the concealer to avoid getting too much. I think I need a little teeny bit more on this one to avoid getting too much creasing. So that's why you'll see me using a little bit more minimal uh, concealer and using it, focusing mostly in this inner area where I have really the primarily have all of my darkness. All right, so we're gonna try this again. This again, I said it's I believe it's 3.5. Yes, it's shade 3.5 medium. However, on the Ulta website, it says it is a neutral olive, which I do have olive undertone skin, definitely more leaning cool. But when I tried this before, I really liked the way it looked, and it did give some nice coverage, and I don't mind my freckles poking through. And so I liked the glow that this gave. So I wanted to try it some more. It was great for my no makeup look. It held all day. It did start to break down, but when I wear my makeup, I start pretty early in the morning and I go until I go to bed at, till I take it off around 8:30. So I probably wear most of my makeup a good 10 to 12 hours. I do take my dog out for walks a couple times a day, which I do live in Alabama, so it does get very humid here. So sometimes my makeup breaks down a little bit faster, but for the most part, things tend to hold up fairly well for me. I'm just putting this in. I have noticed recently that when I have been using my brush to apply my makeup, that it is not, it's leaving brush strokes when I'm looking in a closer, more magnified mirror. It probably doesn't look that way to you, but it does to me. And I haven't been really happy with that. And so going to the sponge. We'll see how I like using that. I usually forget to wet it. So that's the one bad thing when you're not doing this in your bathroom, is wetting your sponges. So let's see, we've got that. I wanted to try this True Match CoverGirl Super Blendable. I believe this is supposed to be a powder foundation, but I wanted to try this just underneath the eye for a little bit of brightening and just see how it looks. I believe this is supposed to be a foundation, but we're gonna go ahead and try it under my under eyes. I'm just gonna go ahead and just do a quick press out here. And we're just gonna go with just a teeny bit. Oops. I'm just gonna go with a teeny bit here. Rub a little bit out on that. And just kind of just tap that in a little bit, just to give me, just to kind of set that under eye. We'll see how this holds up. If it does do too much creasing, because I smile a lot, I laugh a lot. So my makeup is going to crease. It is going to just do that because naturally I laugh, I have smile lines. And so I'm okay with that. But if I can help myself, that's even better. So let's see here. Where do we want to go next? Let's go ahead and do a little bit of contour blush. We'll do the eyes last. This is the Sephora contour stick. I'm really think oh, this is definitely contoury. I am going to use the powder to kind of warm it up a little bit, but let's go ahead and get contoured. Okay, I actually really love the color on this. It's a lot like my Laguna Beach ColourPop that I am in love with. It is, as you can see, it's really just melts right into the skin and it gives that look. And I like a more contoured look. And so I don't mind the cooler tone that this gives. I have my hair up. I've been liking wearing my hair up recently, especially because of the summer, you know, as we're getting warmer here. But a little tip is just to make sure you get a little makeup on your ears. Doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit to kind of marry everything together. So we got that. Now let's try, actually I'm gonna go ahead and powder up. Actually, no, let's put on this Maybelline blush. Let's see if it says anything about it on here. It doesn't. Don't use near flame or heat. Let me go ahead and look up the claims on this. Sunkiss. So here is what it says. Glowy sun-kissed cheeks, no vacay needed. Maybelline Sun Kisser multi-use liquid blush has a melt to skin formula for a natural glow. This liquid blush wears up to 12 hours and is infused with vitamin E. It says it's foolproof, easy application, and just a dot blend. And it, again, is multi-use shade for all skin tones. Buildable, blendable formula with up to 12-hour wear. So let's give this a try. And then I'm also gonna use powder over it. So let's go ahead and just put the creams on first, and then we'll go with the, so this is in the color, sorry, I didn't tell you what color it was. This is in Blazing Blush. And so this is just this really pretty pink. Let's go ahead and swatch it. Ooh, wow. See that or not? All right, so it says dot blend. So we're gonna do dot. We're just gonna do one dot to see how it goes to start. Well, maybe we'll do two dots because it looks like it sheared out a little bit on my hand. And I don't mind this light, this lighter pink, especially for summer. We're definitely gonna see if it's buildable because it really didn't show up too much on my skin tone. It could be that the color is just a little bit too light for me with my current coloring. But we'll just add a little bit more and see how buildable. Okay, it's giving a little bit more build. I definitely probably need a darker color, but it's definitely just giving that very flushed look, which I'm not totally mad at. I'm probably, we're gonna add a little bit with the blush from NYX, the powder blush, but I'm not mad at it. It's definitely blendable, as you can see. Okay, not mad at that. I am definitely probably gonna pick up one or two more colors of this and see some of the darker colors and see how that goes. So let's go ahead and put on my powders. I'm gonna do the NYX bronzer. These things are so hard to open. I took off my my tips, not my tips, my tip, and have just been giving my nails a breather and just was wearing gel polish. So I'm just gonna go ahead and lightly tap the bronzer in. Get a little on the ears. Just to get that to match up. I definitely like, I'm not quite sure if it's the glow of the e.l.f. or if it's the glow of the blush, but I really am liking how that looks. And definitely the blush that I'm gonna put on from NYX has that same, it has a, you know, sheen to it as well. So we're gonna look pretty glowy, which is okay. I'm okay with that. I don't mind looking glowy, especially since I have super, super dry skin. Now these are super pigmented, so I'm just actually gonna go in with one tap, dust it off, and then just lightly go over what I already, ooh, that is super pigmented. Wow, you saw that was just one tap and I covered both cheeks. Wow. Okay, so little tip, if you get a little too much, you can just take your sponge and just, that has a little bit of your foundation on it, and just tap over it. It's always good just to give it a little tap into, but definitely, definitely pigmented and definitely very, very pretty. And this is in the color My Butta Half. So, how are we looking so far? I'm liking. Everything looks pretty good. I'm not sure about that under eye color. Definitely gonna have to probably go with a little bit different of a concealer color. But it's working for now. Let me go ahead and get my brows put on and we will try this new Express Brow. But let me go ahead and get, I'm using the Sephora waterproof micro brow pencil. I've really been enjoying this color. I use this in my no makeup. I really just, I don't have a new eyebrow pencil to try, but I've really been liking this color, the way it looks. It's very cool. I believe this color is Ebony, which is just this darker, you know, I think it's supposed to be, it's more of a dark gray taupe. For me, at least, that's what I think of it as. And if you saw my last video, I've been doing this combination of this brow with the e.l.f. Wow Brow in taupe, giving myself a little more dimension in my brows. I mean, it almost gives a little bit of an ombre effect, but I've really been liking how it makes it look a little fuller. It looks a little more natural with my hair color, because I do like to fill in because I have such sparse brows from over tweezing and the plucking of the 80s and 90s. And so I do like to fill in my brows to give them some shape and fill in those areas that need a little help. So I've just been loving this combination together. And so get this a good brush through. And because the e.l.f. Wow Brow has some fibers in it, it does also give me a little bit of extra oomph. And I find that the Wow Brow isn't enough to hold my brows up by itself. So that's why I usually go in with a brow gel. My favorite is so far is the NYX Super Glue. That seems to hold my brows the best. But there's also another new Maybelline product called Super Lock. I tried it in my last video. It's pretty good at holding the brows. It might give that Holy Grail a run for its money. But I've really been enjoying that one as well. So let's give this a try. So there's the brows. Put a little bit of the, no, I'll probably need to blend this just a little bit more. So it just gives a little bit more dimension. I don't know, just something I've been liking lately. So that's what I've been doing. So let's give this Maybelline Express Brow a try and see how well this holds. If I can, there we go. So it's just one of those brushes. And then we're just gonna get this brush through this. From what I can tell so far, okay, so this has a short end for putting on product and a longer side for, I'm guessing, brushing it through. I don't know if you can see. I don't know why I'm having such a problem focusing here. But if you can see, it's got two different, sorry guys, I'll have to figure out what the problem is for that. So we'll use the short side to put the product through. Put the product through. And then we'll use the longer side to brush it out. Now this does not feel like it's gonna have the same hold as the Super Lock did, so I'll report back on that. So we've got the brows done. Now let's go ahead and move into the eyeshadow. So we've got the new Morphe palette that we're gonna try. This is the Going Platinum, so this is their cooler toned one. They have two others. They have a gold one and kind of a rose gold one. The rose gold, I would have tried the rose gold. It just was too warm for me, from what I could tell. This is a color story that's way more up my alley. And so this, comes with a little thing in it. Get rich and foiled. We'll read that here. But here is the color story. I don't know why it is doing that. So it is definitely a more neutral palette. There we go. This is definitely a more neutral, cool toned palette. So we can probably get several types of looks from this. Today, since we're gonna go a little bolder, a little glamour, probably gonna use this metallic silver in the middle on the eye somewhere. So let's go ahead and get started. Well, let's go ahead and read what this thing says, so you know a little bit more about this product. So get rich and foiled, create your look with the rich mattes, shimmers, and metallics, then amp it up with the ultra reflective formula flexing molten metal eyeshadow. That's that middle Going Platinum color. Application, apply dry for overall creamy effects using the side of a packing brush. Oh, this is for the molten eyeshadow, so the middle shadow. Across lids for smooth, blendable, incredibly luminous payoff. It says or you can apply it wet for the liquid effect. Spray your brush tip with continuous setting mist or water before picking up the molten eyeshadow. Glide along the lash line or creases for a molten-like shine. So we are definitely going to give that a try today. But let's go ahead and get started. Let me get my first brush. I think we're gonna go in with this first color, which is, I don't know why I just didn't listen to my viewer and get a magnifying glass. That is gonna be the next thing on my list. Gotta add that. Let's see, we're gonna go with Invitation Only. I'm gonna probably use Toparazzi in the crease. And then I will probably use the Stone Cold Rich kind of towards the outer corner as well, and then go in with this Molten. So let's play. All right, so let's go in here. Just gonna take my brush, tap in, tap off, and then lately I've been bringing in my eyeshadow towards the inner part of my nose to kind of open up my eyes a little bit. I do have a lot of real estate up here because I have really deep set eyes. And so if I can enhance this upper area and give it some extra oomph, I'm all for that. So I've been trying that, going a little bit more in. I seem to be liking it so far. It just is something a little bit different with the way I'm applying. Just going in to that inner area of the bridge. This is a nice neutral, definitely more pink color, which is what I like. Definitely that cool tone girl. I do not have a lot of warm eyeshadows or even a lot of warm. I try warm blushes and other things, but I'm not really that girl. And so I tend to lean cool everything. Clothing colors, makeup, definitely like a cooler toned palette. All right, so now we're gonna go in with the Paparazzi, just this color. We're just gonna deepen up that outer corner and my crease. And I go above my crease so that, because I have such deep set eyes, it helps give them a little even more definition and shape when I go just right above the crease with a little bit darker color. As you can see, it's a pretty color. It is probably a little warmer, but it's really pretty. I tried the Morphe 2 palette that I picked up at Target. Definitely was not impressed by that. At the end of the month, I'll be doing a faves and fails for the year, through the first half of the year, of things that I've tried, things I've fallen in love with. So be on the lookout for that at the end of the month. I'll go ahead and I'm gonna just deepen up this outer corner just a teeny bit, because I am, you know, there is no rules when it comes to, you know, how you do your makeup. You have to do what works for you and what you feel comfortable with. You know, you'll see a lot of influencers, you know, and I do follow quite a few makeup influencers. My favorite is Jen Phelps. She does such a beautiful job of reviews, and just, she's very informative. She does a lot of research and she's really good. I watch Nikki LaRose for makeup tips. She's a working makeup artist, and so I really enjoy watching her. So those are my two faves. But there is no rules when it comes to makeup, guys. So have fun. I'm gonna go in with this bottom one, and I'm just gonna use actually, I'm gonna go in with this one, and I'm gonna use this just on the outer corner. I'm gonna take the same brush I was just using. There's no reason you can't put shimmer on your outer corner. I mean, I am that girl. I like a sparkle. I like a glitter. I like that. And so there's no rules. You make the rules when it comes to how you wear your makeup. And as long as you feel comfortable and confident, and it helps you take your style, your personality, everything, it just is that visual reflection of you. I am a believer that the eyes are that window. And so I like bold, fun, glamorous eyes, and that's okay. It's whatever is gonna work for you. I want you to be, when you're thinking about your makeup and your hair and putting it on your outfit, putting it all together so that when you walk out the door, you look and feel your best. That's my goal in doing everything that I do on this channel. I just share with you what I love and how I love it. And if you get inspiration or if you're interested in trying any of these products, you know, I list everything down in the description box below, and I do earn a very tiny commission if you purchase anything from those links, but that's not what this is about. This is about you and you looking and feeling your best. And that's what's important to me. And so however that works for you, rock it, own it, do it. You know, I am just such that big proponent of you do what makes you feel and look your best. Are there tips and techniques you can use to help enhance? Absolutely. But there are no rules. You do what you like. Okay, that was my little soapbox. So I'm just putting a little bit down in my, a little bit of that crease color down my bottom lash line. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this molten color, this silver color kind of in the middle, and then go in with this pink one down towards the inner corner. Now it says to use a packing brush. I don't think I want that packing of a punch, so I'm just gonna use my finger over top of it. Ooh, that's pretty. So we're just gonna put that on the center of the eye, leaving about a third open for that pink, but that's very pretty. I'm sure if you used a wetter brush that you would pack more punch. I'm just putting a little bit more on just to see how it builds with just finger. I mean, that packs a punch. I'm just putting a little bit more on just to see. That's very pretty. Again, if you wet it, you're definitely going to probably get a little more payoff, but I did just want to, I just wanted to go just a tiny bit on there because I do want to use that pink in the inner corner and in the brow bone. So, okay, so now let's go with my pencil brush, and we're just gonna go in with this pink with the pencil brush. Woo! You see that glitter fly in there? Oh, that's like right up my alley. Okay, just put this up in the brow bone. Ooh, I am liking this. Again, just get a little bit here in the inner corner. Ooh, I definitely like this. This would probably make a really pretty topper too. You know, it's hard, you know, when you have these palettes that you really, really like, and then maybe there's one kind of standout shadow in it. I'm just putting a little bit of this over the top just to give it even more sparkle. Yes, definitely love that. This is a fun palette. I'm impressed. The shadows seem to go on very, very nicely, very easily blendable. I'm a fan of this, so I will definitely be trying maybe a little more just neutral look with it, and maybe even just go in these three colors, and then maybe even do a really bold smoky look with this, and then adding in a few of that. So I'm excited. We're doing falsies today, so that will give it enough amp up as it is. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and, so let's go ahead and set down everything before I do my lashes. Let me just give this a good shake. So this is the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I have tried this. I love the mister on this. I mean, it's just so fine. I'm And for us dry skin girlies, if we like a little bit of glow, I find that this is really pretty. And I learned this tip from Ali Glines. Just press your setting spray in with your sponge that you've used. It just helps everything set down better. But that just gives such a pretty dewiness to the skin. Not that everything else we have on the skin is not already dewy, which it is. So let's go ahead and we're going to give this Firework mascara a try from Maybelline. This is in the blackest of black. It is a 360 Lash by Lash Impact Full Flare. It looks like it has a rubberized tip. It looks like it's going to give some very nice volume. Now, if you followed me at any time previously, I did have lash extensions, and I had lash extensions for probably a year and a half, maybe even close to 2 years. And so because I've started swimming lately as a form of exercise, I have been, I thought just taking the lashes off would probably be a good idea. They were kind of catching on my goggles, and I just thought it would be a better idea to take them off. So I already have very straight down pointing lashes. And so one of the reasons I loved my lash extensions is that I didn't have to worry about that. The lash extensions just sat well enough that my lashes looked lifted and full. So what I've been doing is using the Demi Wispy lashes from Ardell, and I have been loving the look of that as well. But I do put one coat of lashes on. So this Firework, so it is definitely just that rubberized tip. So let me get a curl. I just got this Japanesque eyelash curler. I'm not quite sure my total thoughts on it yet. I don't know if it has enough curve for my eyelashes, but we're giving it a go. And I do like pressing motions to get my lashes to lift. And then I immediately go in with my mascara so that it will hopefully hold that curl a little bit. We'll let this dry down, and then I will tightline my upper lashes to help with the banding of the falsies. Am I super impressed? I mean, it's okay. I'm sure with more coats it would look better. But I will have to say that on first application, I like the L'Oreal Panorama better. It gives a fuller, more lengthening look right off that first application. And again, it could be that just needs to dry out a little bit to give it that. So it'll definitely be something I will work into my rotation to try. I mean, I do wear falsies a lot because my natural lashes are so, I mean, this was even before lash extensions. I had very sparse eyelashes. Well, that eyelash looks a little bit better. So there's that. All right, well, let those dry down a little bit, and let me go ahead and grab a tight line. So the eyeliner that I have found that works best for me for tight lining my upper waterline or my upper lash line is this, the 12-Hour Sephora. And I use this in the black color, and it just does a really nice job, and it does not transfer. I haven't had much luck with finding tight line liners that don't transfer down. And this one, so far I've been using it for a bit. As you can see, I've sharpened it a couple of times. It seems to be doing a great job of not transferring down, even in my very humid weather. I'm just giving this a little bit of a tight so that when I get my lashes on, it just blends a little easier. So I really like the black liner of the Kiss Lash Glue. Because it acts as a liner and a glue. It just kind of pulls the look together. We are gonna try, well, I'm gonna fill in the corners a little bit because I don't go all the way in with my lashes. We're gonna try this Physicians Formula fine liner for the inner corner. And, but let's go ahead and get this on. So I leave about a third. But I like that this is just a glue and liner, and I don't have to worry about, you know, and it's immediate thing. You can put it on and it glues in. You don't have to worry about that waiting 30 seconds with the other glue to dry down and turn the purple color. So to me, although these videos never seem fast, when I'm doing it without talking to you, it does go pretty fast. And so I know some of you are gonna go, oh my gosh, you're using a tweezer near your eye. I just find this is the tool that works the best for helping me get my lashes on. I've tried all those lash application ones and they just don't work very well for me. I just don't have much control over them, but I do with this. So, and then I just kind of press my lashes together. And this just lets me get right at the root and get those in so you can see. Let's get the other lash on and then we'll fill in that corner with the new Physicians Formula liner. My favorite by far liners is the Maybelline Lash Station, or the, I'll also look at it here. Too many things all at once. It is this one, which is the Maybelline, Master Precise All Day is what my favorite one is. But we are going to give this Physicians Formula, which is new to me, a try in that inner corner, if I can get it open. I don't make these things so hard to get into. I know they don't want people stealing it from the store, but they sure make it hard for us to get in when we get home. Oh, I guess I should put my other lash on. I'm getting so distracted here. Oh. All right, let's get this one on. And I like to go from the center, attach it in the center, and then set it down on the outsides. So that's what I like to do here. Except that one got a little squirrely. Let's try that again. Okay. All right, so I got that set down there. Okay, so this one is being a little more complicated. So let me show you a tip. When your lash band is trying, you know, maybe after 1 or 2 uses, you've got a little bit of glue on there. I just try to manipulate the band so that it has a little more curve to it, so that it's a little bit easier to apply. That one was having a little problem, so let's just give this a put on. Much better that go around. It takes practice to get lashes on, and it's the one thing I really loved about lash extension is you just wake up and it's already done for you. Sometimes they're a little harder to work around, but I just love the look of voluminous lashes. So there are the lashes on. These are the Ardell demi wispies. These are my favorite by far. It's what I always wear. And then now that I've got this a little bit open, more opened here, hopefully I can get it out. There we go. So here is this. Ooh, it does have a very fine tip. So what I do is I just go into this inner corner. Oh, that's nice. And just blend that together. It's not as dark as I would have hoped for. My Master Precise one is black. Yeah, this seems a little watery to me. Like it doesn't seem very black. We'll just let that dry down and see how it does, but it just kind of pulls the lashes together. And as you can see, I haven't had any, I've had a teeny bit of transfer right down in here, but I mean, for the most part, I don't get hardly any transfer with that 12-hour, which is really, really nice. It is a bit warmer and a bit more humid today, so I will imagine this will be a good test to see. But here is the look so far. I'm really liking. So let's go ahead and get some bottom lash mascara on, and I'm just gonna go in with this Firework and just see how that looks on the bottom lashes. Just try to be really gentle on the bottom lash line when it comes to, you know, getting this on. I think so far my favorite Maybelline mascara for the bottom lashes has been, I've been really liking, is it the, hold on, I'll pull it out here. It is the Sky High. I've really been liking the Sky High on my bottom lashes. It just gives that, it just is really pretty. This one's nice as well. I don't, because this is really, really wet, I'm not having as easy of a time as I do with the Sky High, even straight out of the bottle. So here's a little tip too, if you get mascara where you don't want it, like I did right there, wait for it to dry down and then you can just pretty much just flick it right off. So I will reserve my thoughts still on this. I will give this a try during the week and see what my thoughts are. Again, at the end of the month, I'll be doing my faves and fails for the first half of 2024. And so here is the look. Oh, we need lips. Oh my goodness. So let's go ahead, and I'm just gonna do a gloss day since the eyes are a bit punchier than normal. We'll just give this Jelly Pop. I mean, that's just such a pretty color. I really do like the Lip Reviver oils. We'll see if this gives any color. Ah, it does. I mean, it's pretty clear, but it does add that little bit of sparkle to the lips, which I love. A little bit of, I just like a lot of sparkle. Wow, this feels really nice on the lips. You don't feel the, ooh, I like that a lot. So here is the look. Let me go get dressed, put on my jewelry, and we'll talk about all the products. All right, I'm back, ready for my day. Let's talk about some of these products. So the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter, I'm still really enjoying this. It does have enough coverage. Again, this is all I'm wearing today. And I like the coverage that it gives. I like the glow that it leaves. So I'm super excited about this to keep trying it. I have to say, this is quickly moving up the list of some of my favorite foundation products, and it's not even a foundation product. So definitely liking this very much so far. So I like that it does go with my skin tone color. It just blends in so beautifully. So when they added this whole new shade range for this, I have to say I am extremely impressed. I did not like the previous one I had to this. It was just too light. It just didn't look right on me, but this absolutely thumbs up, winner. Let's talk about the rest of the face. I really am enjoying this Sephora contour stick. I have used this before. I picked it up in the Sephora sale. Really do love how it just melts into the skin, how it just gives that soft contour look without being super bold. I am really enjoying the powder butter melts from NYX. I do have a darker shade as well. So as I get more tan during the summer, I'll be using the little bit darker shade of this, but super pigmented. They're beautiful. They just sit so beautifully on the skin. So I am a big fan of this. This is the second color I've tried of the NYX Buttermelt blushes. I mean, just lightly tap your brush in. It is super pigmented. It covered both cheeks with one tap. So just be aware, this is one of these products that'll probably last you a good amount of time. And it does have a little bit of glow in this particular color. Really liking this Sun-Kissed blush. I am definitely going to pick it up in maybe one or two other colors. I know it's not a huge color range in this yet, but I'm hoping that they add to it. I am a huge fan of the lifter glosses and the vinyl inks. Maybelline really has been stepping up their game. I haven't really tried any of their eyeshadows, but it seems Maybelline's really stepping up their game, and I'm here for it. Love the drugstore. Let's talk about the under eyes. We have the Incognito. I'm just not super impressed with the color. I may try to get another color. I do like the coverage. And then I just use this. It seems to be holding up rather nicely. You know, I get creasing, I smile, I laugh. So it is what it is. So I am liking that combination, not necessarily liking the color of the concealer, so I might have to try to see if I can get a different color, but liking the overall effect of the product so far. Huge fan of the eyeshadow palette. I love this look. Was super impressed on, especially since I did not have a good experience with my last Morphe eyeshadow palette. This is only the second one I tried. The first one was a major fail. This one, I am really impressed. It is beautiful. Everything is very easy to blend. It's a beautiful palette. It's worth the $14. I would say this would probably give a rival to some of my ColourPop palettes and how easy these colors were to blend out. We'll see how they hold up during the day, but so far super impressed. I will reserve my rights on this mascara. I will still continue to try it, maybe give it a little bit of time to dry out a little bit, but I'm definitely a huge fan of the Sky High. These brows, you know, we'll see how they hold up during the day, but I was way more impressed with the Super Lock Maybelline than this one. This one's a little lighter weight. We'll see how it holds up my brows during the day. I mean, this is, you know, by far one of my favorite eyebrow combinations right now. I will have to play with the Physicians Formula liner a little bit. It did dry down and darken just a teeny bit. Maybe I'll leave it upside down so it can get a little more color in the tip there. Loving this lip oil, this new color from e.l.f. In fact, I might, because who knows, sometimes they make things limited edition and you can't get them anymore. I may have to add another one just to have a backup. I have used this a few times, as you can see by the amount that has come down. I really enjoy it. It seems to hold my makeup into place. Again, I wear my makeup for probably 10 hours a day. And so this holding it down seems to aid in that longevity. So impressed. So really, an overall pretty good try on of new products and new to me products. So I would love to hear in the comments below if you have tried any of these products, if you're interested in trying some of these products. I have a lot of good things to say today, which is nice. I like when things work out. A few things we'll keep trying, but I want you to remember that you get to choose every day to dress with purpose.